Hi, Alan Stratton from Woodturning. Recently I returned from the AAW symposium in Portland, Oregon in the Instant Gallery with a couple of things that looked like this, and also another demonstrator, Eli Avisera, demonstrated a trembleur. Trembleur is, well, it's French, but if you think of the root of tremble, yeah, that's what these things are. They're very, very thin, very fragile to turn, but he showed a way that for at least this size of turning, it's actually not that hard. Just takes a little bit of accessorizing, and the wood actually comes through the spindle of the lathe, at least for this size. So I cheated, didn't use square talk, I used a dowel, which I think is a great idea. I'll have to see what you think in that regards, but let's turn a couple of trembleurs.
My wood is mounted through the headstock and spindle, and then through a long-nose chuck. My cheat is to use a dowel instead of square stock. Only about 4 or 5 inches of wood protrude from the chuck. Since this is short, it is stable enough to carefully turn as is with a skew. I love turning spindles with a skew. The planing cut usually leaves a nice smooth edge. At this diameter of material, I can keep the lathe speed quite high as they form a small feature. Then sand and apply my beeswax and mineral oil media. I move on to another mini feature. This one will feature burn lines. I want to do this while it is very close to the chuck and with nearly all the diameter. I cut grooves to contain the burn lines and burn with a wire. Then sand and apply finish. Before cutting the next feature, I need to extend the wood out from the lathe. Then wrap waxed string around the screws in the steady and around the dowel. One turn around each screw and around the wood in sequence. Then trim down the wood below the last feature. This is only a spacer between features. Sand and finish. This time it is a simpler task to extend the wood. I only need to loosen the chuck and pull the tailstock a couple of inches. This brings the wood out. Then cinch the chuck again before cutting the next feature. After reducing the diameter with a skew, I pull a 1/4 inch skew to access tight quarters. Sand and finish. Here we go again. Extend the wood more. The space between the chuck and the live center is a bit tight. The small skew helps in these tight quarters. Sand and finish. I sand with 180 grit when it is a bit rough and 400 grit otherwise. I'm happy with the string steady. The spindle bends easily, but the steady keeps it from breaking. However, I still have to be careful not to put too much lateral pressure on the spindle. Yeah, it could break. Here I go again with another feature. I test the spindle flexes even more with pressure. That string steady is essential and is doing its job. This would be impossible otherwise. This feature is simpler. This section is another spacer, as I am keeping the extension as short as possible. This one reminds me of a flaring vase with concave sides. Now the last mini feature, another vase with convex sides. This completes my trembleur. I like it. More practice would refine it even more. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my website as well as on YouTube. Please spread the word by telling your friends about my weekly videos. I appreciate your comments and questions. Please wear your full face shield whenever the lathe is running. Yes, I nag, but I hope to save your life.